Linda Sheets, mixed media and scratchboard artist. Today we're going to jump right in and get started with Ampersand art Scratchbord. This scratchboard is a specially sealed hardboard that's coated with a layer of white kale and clay and then sprayed with black ink. You use various sharp tools to cut into the surface. The end result looks something like an etching or a woodcut. Now first, let's get this out of the shrink wrap. The board is available in many different sizes and even in kit form. You can go to the Ampersand website to find a dealer nearest you for purchase. What I've found that works best for me and is easiest is to first create my drawing or pattern, the size of the board I'm using. In this case it's a 5x7, and simply rub white blackboard chalk on the back of the paper generously. I then use Scotch tape and tape it to the top of the board to create a hinge so that I can frequently check my lines to make sure they're transferring. Then I use a colored pencil, trace over the lines, and the chalk will transfer them to the board. You can draw directly on the board with your tool. I prefer this knife for most of my scratching. You have to have a pretty good idea in your head of where you want your lines to go to use this method. You can roughly sketch on the board using a pencil, chalk, charcoal, or a white pencil. Keep in mind though, that any marks you make on this board cannot be erased except by scratching them away. Now once you've traced all of your lines, lift the pattern and lightly start scratching with your scratch knife. Be careful to not rub those lines out with your hand while you're scratching. And remember, it's better to start out with light scratches because it's relatively easy to repair a line that goes astray when it's not deep. Now, I use either a micron or prismacolor black pen to cover and correct lines. These don't work well on large areas, but on these small lines, they work perfectly. Don't get too bent out of shape if you make a mistake. I see it as an opportunity to be creative and then find my way to a new drawing. All right, now we're done scratching for today. But whether you're drawing something as simple as my silly monkeys or dogs or the other kits, or drawing a super hyper realistic animal or landscape or any other thing, just remember one thing about this scratchboard: have fun.